What's going on, guys? Cryptowick here, back at it again with another video on Era of Conquest. Man, oh man, has it been another interesting week on this game. So where do I begin? Basically the last time that I checked in, we had just gotten destroyed by AJE and we had joined KOH, which was Kingdom of Heaven. Everything was going amazing. Our activity had skyrocketed. We ended up, getting pretty neck and neck with AJE all over again, the Russian alliance that had taken us out in the previous zone. However, unfortunately, the leader of KOH, is not a man of his word. We had gone over to KOH with the understanding that he was going to pass on the leadership to me. So yeah, we had gone through this, and he had agreed that if we came over, because I was coming over with about 70 members, that he would make me the alliance leader, and he would become vice, and we would continue running everything up, and we would fight and take on AJE together. However, when push came to shove, I ended up messaging him several times throughout the week, asking him over and over and over again, hey, when are you going to transfer leadership? Are you still planning on transferring leadership? Are you not planning on transferring leadership? What's going on? And nothing ever happened. He just kept ignoring the message, would hit me back with other messages. Like he would respond to certain messages and just completely avoid my request of becoming leader. The craziest part to me was the fact that this dude originally he messaged me and he offered me to become leader prior to us even moving here, prior to me even asking for the leadership role. I was okay with just being the backseat driver in that alliance. I had absolutely no problem with it, simply because of the fact, see, like you could see here, and then I'll go over all this drama. But several times I had asked this guy to promote me. This was prior to us even coming over here. But yeah, he offered me leadership as soon as we came over here, and he just didn't follow suit. Our alliance had pretty much done all of the work. Us and NGC, when we went over to KOH, we ended up doing most of the work, and as you guys can see here, we are now back again with our Russian brothers. Again, let me reiterate, the beginning of the server was not the best. It was not the best start for me, because I'm working on several projects at the moment, and this is one of my most important projects for sure, playing this game, enjoying it, having fun, but at the end of the day I still have to take care of my personal business and all the other business ventures that I'm currently involved in. So this game does somewhat take a backseat, but thankfully I have a pretty established officer group which I communicate with, and they're able to kind of, when I'm away anyway, they're able to pretty much dictate and give orders, or give my orders to everyone else. Along with that, I do recommend definitely, especially if you're in an international alliance, is to create these group chats and bring in all the players that speak that language into that group chat. This helps with communication amongst those players, and it keeps them active, man. It makes it a lot easier for them to stay it's just to stay active, bro, because in these games, when you're not really interacting with anybody, you're not conversating, you're not asking questions in the chat or following the calls in the chat. This is probably one of the biggest things that we have problems with some players, is that they just don't check the chats. So like if we're giving a direction or an order to not attack something, it's for a reason. And sometimes, unfortunately, players just don't listen, or they don't see the chat, or whatever the case may be. And it definitely does get a little bit irritating sometimes. And then being back over here with the Russians don't play games, man. It's nothing but business down here when it comes down to it. Obviously, this is still a game, but when leadership tells you not to attack something, you definitely want to listen to them, or you're gonna have our vicious Max Cole all up on your ass. And you know, he's definitely gonna let you have it. He's always gonna speak his mind. He doesn't sugarcoat anything. And then a lot of the times too, I keep saying this, that when it comes to the translations and stuff like that, it definitely is a little bit harder sometimes to comprehend, from one language to another. And then real quick, so we are doing the Astro event. So as I'm talking, I'll go ahead and start this event up, and hopefully we get something better than last time. But anyway, so when different cultures mix, sometimes the translations aren't the best. Players or members might say something that others don't agree with, or others may not understand. And again, this just goes simply to that translation. Oh my god, yes, something good, thankfully. I finally got another SSS skill, so that's amazing. This astral shop's already been 10 times better than the last one, and it's actually a really good skill. Balkan Shield, I want to say that it goes on Caesar, and I definitely do have Caesar Awakened, so I am very, very happy. And this looks like it might be something else. No, I thought it was going to be something nicer. I can't complain though. With just that one SSS card that I got, this astral shop has been made for me, in my opinion. I'm probably still not going to get any heroes, which wouldn't even surprise me. I'm still missing most of the heroes. I'm waiting for Oda to come next week. I think we just had Hannibal, or we're still in the Hannibal Relic event, so we're real close to Oda. Finally, this server has been complete trash. We have gotten Saladin 3 times, and we're pretty behind on heroes. That's one of my current biggest struggles at the moment, is that I'm fighting all sorts of Charlemagne teams, and without Oda in my lineup, my Guan team gets kind of destroyed at times. I do counter the militia. Oh, nice, Leo. I could probably star him up, so that's pretty cool. Let's see how many more. I think I have 5 more after this. So I got one S hero this time, or a 6-star hero this time. Unfortunately, it wasn't the best hero, but a 6-star hero nevertheless. Definitely, guys, if again, I'm sorry that sometimes in these videos I just kind of go from one topic to the next, but make sure that you guys are training all your heroes, man. This is extremely important. You want to try to get all your heroes to level 45 as soon as you can. This helps you in various ways. Just being able to mix match your troops a little bit easier, it's definitely a very big benefit. Oh, and then you saw right there when I was trying to swap those heroes out, if you don't pay attention, man, and you go for a swap and you inherit, you lose all those levels. So for example, if I would have just inherited these heroes just because of this one level 29 hero, I would have lost 13 levels. So you want to make sure that you're extra careful when you're looking at doing those things, because you don't want to lose all that XP, man. It takes quite a while to get to level 45, especially if you're not really on top of it. If you're kind of just doing it here and there, it might take you a little bit longer, most definitely. Let's see what happened here. I got destroyed. My Charlemagne team is pretty weak too, to be honest with you. I have the proper skills, proper heroes, but overall it just doesn't do the best. This is because I just stopped at 3 stars. If I would have kept leveling them up, if I would have got Charlemagne sooner, first of all, I would have never upgraded Guan. I would have just probably had 6-star Charlemagne and potentially level 45, level 48, 50 Charlemagne by now. The biggest thing that I'm struggling with at the moment, again, is this Guan Yu team, simply because Guan Yu he's very good. It's a very good team, don't get me wrong, but not having that Oda in the lineup yet, by I think we're like week 6 now, it's pretty insane. Or we're probably like month 2 actually. Here, let's see. Yeah, we're on month 2 now, so day 32, 33, something like that. But yeah, man, the server has definitely been very, very entertaining. So basically, let me go back to the point I was trying to make about KOH. Everything was going really well. We had pushed them all the way back. Well, we haven't even pushed them, but we were all the way up here. This is where this tile right here was where we were at quite literally yesterday over in KOH, or I want to say about 48 hours ago. Tribute decided that he wasn't going to make me leader, and then he decided that he was going to demote me, and then he decided that he was going to demote my officers that had been getting more and more merits than pretty much their entire alliance, and things hit the fan. We were so close to starting war with AJE. We were so close to, getting this PvP, man, making some more better content. But unfortunately, the selfish leader over there just ruined everything. And then the craziest part to me is all the hate that I've been getting in the world chat. A lot of these KOH members have been really, really talking smack to me. And I don't understand why. They've seen that I've swapped from server to server. So I started originally in server 29, and I've gone through pretty much every single server up until server 37. I was a server jumper, but I was doing it for the purpose of looking for an alliance. And I did that. I have, about 70 very loyal members, and we have an entire Russian alliance with Alex. So Alex is probably one of my closest friends. He handles so many of my operations on a day-to-day basis in my business regard, and he is an amazing leader, man. This guy, dude, you cannot discredit what he's done in this game or on this server. The top 3 guys were originally his, and all 4 of these guys have barracks. I want a general barracks. I want to say that Hanbud has general barracks as well. And if you don't know what general barracks are, I can't really go over it too well right now in this video since it's a little bit longer, but I will try to hit a general barracks video here very soon. But Alex has done an amazing job, man, getting his alliance in shape, in order, and everybody listening. He does not play games, man. So if you're coming over here and you're not listening, if you let's say that somebody sends their troops over to here, you're either going to get removed, kicked, or definitely you're going to get yelled at if you're not following what's being said. And the reason behind this is very simple, especially for what we're about to do. So we're about to siege this city over here and take this from them. If our members are constantly going over here and attacking them prior to the siege, then they're losing troops. And if they're losing troops, then they're no help at the time of siege. And this is very important to make sure and ensure that your members are that their stocks are up, their reserves are up, that they're not running out of troops, that they're able to participate and help within the siege. If you're not doing this, then man, you're definitely not helping your alliance. You're helping the enemy survive a little bit more. Some people, and I definitely did myself, I complained about how strict the Koreans were when in my server 29. But when you really come down and think about the functions of this game and what happens when you run out of reserves, when you're out of reserves, you're done. There's nothing else that you can really do other than just sit there and wait for your reserves to fill up. So that doesn't help anybody, and especially when you're in the middle of a war, if you have no troops because you're fighting with all 5 of your armies, that's another big no-no. Whenever you go out to fight, you only want to fight with your main army, for the most part. If you're a top 20, top 30 player, you can start working with your top 2 marches, but I still definitely do recommend you sticking with your main march. And yeah, so that's kind of it. That's kind of it there. I believe that I hit everything that I wanted to hit in this update. We were real close, man, to starting a very good war with AJE. Testing each other out more than anything. We definitely did have a fallout early on, and this is one of the things that that they're calling me out for over in KOH. They assume that I went over there just to destroy their alliance, or I don't know what the heck they're talking about. But us and AJE, we had our own falling out. Looking back in Zone 2, man, they completely annihilated us. Some things were said that are in the past now, but things were said between officers, between players, that it definitely created that tension and that rift between both alliances. So we were full blown ready to go to war with AJE. Unfortunately, the lack of leadership over by Tribute or Mr. Cleaner, whatever the heck that guy's name is, he's an idiot, man. He wasted everything that we had going, and now that alliance is pretty much dead. And I want to say that he is pretty much, I think he uninstalled the game. I think they said that he hasn't been online. All those players that were defending him and defending what they were doing, they're starting to recover some members because the remaining members of HOB from KOR went back over there. So hopefully they do end up fighting a little bit, because if not, then this is going to be an extremely boring zone. We still do have some members that are still over there. They're working on coming over here bit by bit, and or we're seeing if we can just take the leadership there anyway. But this is going to help us in various ways, coming into the next zone. We definitely would be better off working together in two split alliances. So hopefully we can get the leadership there. Hopefully we can work together and continue moving forward, man. We still have quite a bit of game left in this first season. We still haven't reached Zone 4. Once we reach Zone 4, things are going to spice up, because we have a whole new plethora of alliances that are going to be getting access to us. I don't know if it's 4 or 8 alliances. I'm not 100% sure, but man, things are going to pick up here in this 4th zone. Things are picking up here now. We're at PvP. We're leveling heroes up. We're fighting with each other. We're mending broken relationships with one another, which is this is a better outcome to what has originally happened in the week prior. Anyway, guys, I think that's going to be it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Definitely don't forget to hit that follow, the subscribe button, hit the like, and leave a comment. This week's code we're gonna go ahead and use. Let's see. Who? Man, you know what? Let's go ahead and use code Alex. Alex, yeah. Show somebody type in the chat. Alex is the best, and you guys are gonna go ahead and win a daily bundle. Techie was the one that won last week's. Techie's been an amazing help since the beginning of the project and in this game in general. He's one of the best dudes that I know, that I've ever met, honestly. And Alex is right there, top tier, man. So definitely leave Alex is the best in the comments, guys. First person to do it is going to win the daily bundle, and I will extend this offer to another person that makes the same comment, and it will be given out at random, hopefully by the next video. So thank you guys for tuning in.